In my youth, I too dove into ranked to see what it was made of, and unfortunately, most of my organic composition ended up being bronze 4. And I kept at it, and I kept playing ranked, and I kept at it, and I pushed myself, and I finally made it to bronze 3. In my defense, we had qualifiers back then. They didn't just drop you into gold. Ranked is a testing ground. You don't go to school and they start you with tests. No, they teach you, you study, you have homework, you take notes, and then you take a test to see how well you learned. You did not walk into school at age 4, sit down, and start to take a test. And the child looks up to you, and in its little baby words, it says, "What is this, teacher? You're attempting to proctor a test for information that I have yet to acquire. I do not understand what these squiggles are. I know you've mentioned arithmetics, but I cannot even fathom the concept of numbers yet. And you want me to see how well I do? I just stopped soiling myself 2 months ago. This is a sham of an educational system, and I hope you lose your accreditation." Kids, huh? They say the darndest things. But that's what I did to myself. Not soiled myself up to 2 months ago, but forced a test upon myself, and I didn't know things. That's what you're doing to yourself. After the bronze 3 debauchery, I spent an entire year just playing arena, just playing assault, just playing casual conquest. I do not recommend starting off in casual conquest. You're tripling down. You're trying to learn a god, a role, and a mode. A lot of you can't find the responsibility within yourself unless somebody tells you what to do, so here's my regimen, if you will. Grab a character you want to learn, jungle practice, and read, and figure out the kit. Some of you have bad reading comprehension as it is. Now you're trying to learn under fire? That's also how you figure out that a character is overpowered on release. If you can own an entire match and you have the god information screen up most of the time, it's a little busted. Go into arena, spam everything. Hit everything you can. Do not miss. Don't think. Do not think about what it is that you're hitting. Just hit it. What do you look for in a teammate? That they don't miss. I don't want to set up for you as a Naja and then you miss everything. Now I am dead, and it was my fault for trusting you. After you can hit everything without thinking, now you may start to think, why are you hitting this? If you are Sylvanas and you can hit every hook ever, that's awesome. But if you're hooking a full health Ares with ultimate into me, you're actively trying to kill me. And again, it's my fault for trusting you. Arena is a great place to become a mechanical monster. If you miss your stuff, the base is right there. If we're in Conquest, it's early game and I'm your support, you're my ADC, and you miss your stuff, I'm gonna look at you kind of funny. The fact that you missed is the least of my worries. You didn't hit the wave, we're losing pressure, we're getting pushed out on farm, lost on some mana sustain, and you missed. I can't trust your decision making. I can't trust your aim. I'm gonna start the old level 1 support rotations. I don't feel safe in this lane anymore. Test out items, test out builds. I'll go to Clash. It's a more slower paced arena. You don't really want to go for a late game build in an arena game. This isn't even my final four. We ran out of tickets. Are there any more? Siege is nice for some synergy and all-around fun. I only queue this mode when I have 2 or 4 people, if I ever hit that god dang 8-hour queue. And Assault's one of my favorite because sometimes I don't want to pick a god. Oh, just use like a random god wheel then. I also don't want you to pick your god. I'm tired of seeing Nox and Persephone. Once you've learned gods, items, can't miss your stuff, you've worked on some critical analysis, go into Conquest. You've taken a big burden off yourself. You can learn the mode and absorb it easier. And there is nothing saying you have to play Conquest. If you enjoy the other modes, feel free. And there's nothing saying that you have to play Ranked. I went there just because there's no mirror matches and you get bans. If those were in casuals, I don't think I ever would have set foot in Ranked. So if you want to get better, stop playing Ranked. That's not where you go to get better. That's where you go to see how good you are. And it's in a pretty sad state right now, so it's probably not even worth that. And that's not even just in Smite. Stop forcing yourself into Ranked in everything. Instead of throwing myself into Ranked in Overwatch as soon as I could, I spent some time, did all this kind of stuff over there, and it didn't take that long before I was climbing. But even though I was considered good there, I didn't enjoy the game as much as I enjoyed this one. Is it really a rank that's gonna make you enjoy the game? This video we talked about what do you play. Next one, we'll talk about why do you play. Now get out there and become the god you were meant to be.